See, there's been several questions around how one can buy a property. Just like I said in my earlier videos, the ones I've done in the past, you don't know how much a lender is willing to borrow you until you consult a mortgage broker or mortgage advisor that will help you to run a check. Okay? You might have been in the UK for like a year or two, and you have been running your credit consistently well, positive. You are in a stable and permanent employment. You understand that you've been earning money. You have been maintaining good credit record over the period of time. I mean, since you've been in the UK, and you are currently on a good visa, as in required visa. You understand? Now, if you have all of these things put together, the next line of action for you is to consult a mortgage broker, mortgage advisor. Now, the function of this mortgage advisor is to assist you. He will speak to you on the phone, or he will require that you come to the office to take all the necessary details from you to be able to, help you to run the checks. Now, the checks will come up with the AIP, which is called the agreement in principle. Okay, that is to tell you that, okay, these XY lenders are willing to borrow you this amount of money based on what you have said you are. If you say to the mortgage broker you earn 100,000 per annum, for example, if you say to the mortgage broker you don't have a car finance, if you say to the mortgage broker you don't have a credit card loan, if you say to, he will run the check based on all of those things you've told him. Now, if he has come up with that AIP based on what you've told him, that does not mean that is the amount you are getting. That is what a lender is willing to borrow you based on what you have told the mortgage broker. Now, if you have lied about who you say you are, don't forget that after the AIP, the mortgage advisor will now proceed to submit the application for the mortgage. You get, that is the step 2. The step 1 is for you to consult with the mortgage advisor. The advisor will help you to run what is called the checks and come up with affordability and eligibility checks. And then he comes up with AIP. Okay. And after he has discussed with you and you wish to proceed, then he will now help you to submit the application for the mortgage. Okay. So if you have lied, definitely your lie will come out now. So you know, if you have lied just because you want to lender to borrow, you can't lie on those kind of a level, because at the end of the day, everything is all on Experian. Is all there, how they are going to run the checks. So at the end of the day, the lender is going to run the checks themselves and see through who you say you are. Where you think you are owing, it will come out. Where you say you are not owing, it will show. How much perhaps you say you are earning per annum will show. So all of these things, it's quite important that you come up with positive answers, truths, when you are speaking with your mortgage advisor. Your mortgage advisor is more or less like is an intermediary between you and the lender. It's just like your lawyer, you understand? Don't forget that you still need a lawyer if you are in the pursuit of this mortgage. Okay? Now, I want you to understand one very important thing here, that one of the best ways to get on property ladder, one of the easiest way as a single person, is to go through the shared ownership. If you are going through the shared ownership, I'm not saying that buying outrightly is not good for a single person, but I'm telling you that one of the easiest ways to get on the property ladder is to go through the shared ownership. Through the shared ownership, where you buy certain percentage of the property, maybe 25% or 30%, and you are paying rent on the rest percentage. Okay, say for instance you are buying 25%, you're mortgaging 25% of the property, then the rest 75% you'll be paying rent on it. So you're paying mortgage on this and you're equally paying rent on that. Other than that, another way is for you to go into joint purchase, maybe with your partner. Okay, I've done the video before. A lot of people have antagonized that in case of divorce and all of that. Don't predict the future of your marriage now, because when you say I can't buy a property with my wife just in case of divorce in the future, it only means you have predicted the future of your marriage today. Okay? And a lot of people are stuck in that particular habit. They are stuck in that particular mentality. So what that means is that when you are dealing with your mortgage advisor, be truthful, be honest. Tell him everything. Tell him or her everything about you. If you are owing £1,000 on your credit card, tell him that. If you're on car finance, tell him how much you are left with on that car finance so that he can run the accurate checks. Okay? There's no point lying to your mortgage broker, and at the end of the day, when he submits the application for the mortgage, he gets refused because you've lied. You understand? Because don't think that what you are telling your mortgage broker that it will not be known when they are submitting the application for the mortgage. It will be known. It will be known. So get this very clear that the AIP, it's not the mortgage approval itself. The AIP is based on what you have told the mortgage broker. They will come up with AIP based on what you have told them. So it will now proceed to submitting the mortgage application. That is where the truth will come out if you have lied. So my candid advice to you is just, if you are interested and you want to get on property ladder, you want to buy a property, but you don't know how. If you have been working in the UK, just like I said at the beginning of this video, you have been working in the UK, you are in a you are in a permanent employment. You understand? You are on the right visa. You've maintained a good credit record in the last maybe 6 months, 7 months, thereabout. Okay. All you need to do afterwards is to speak to a mortgage advisor. And I will recommend Gled Hills, just like I said, Gled Hills Independent Mortgage Specialist. I will recommend those ones for you to speak to them, give them every details of yours. And there's a lender always somewhere who is willing to borrow you despite your situation, who is willing to borrow you X amount of money. Everyone, in as much as you are working in the country, except you are not interested, except you don't have interest in property. If you have interest in property, there's a lender somewhere who is willing to borrow you a certain amount of money, no matter how little it is. There's a lender somewhere. So speak to the mortgage advisor today. Yeah, give him or her every details, everything about you. Don't lie, because if you lie, you are just changing yourself for the future when the application for the mortgage is submitted. If you have any question whatsoever, do not hesitate to please drop it in the comment section for me, and I will respond to it accordingly. Try as much as possible to help us to share this. A lot of people don't have this information. So every information you benefit from, it is kind of important that you share it around. Let 1 or 2 people benefit of it. And follow me on all the social media platforms. I do post quite a few number of things there as well. All right. And I will be seeing you in the next video.